There's a scene where she's telling the kids the baby Jesus story that had me on the floor. Just the way the Hotel 6 wouldn't let her in. When she was at the Hilton. It was just so funny. I was on the floor laughing.
Here we go.
We're back.
Okay, we're back. So I think now we're doing
Lawn.
Yes, my choice. Just a random choice, by the way. It's not like I was a big fan, but I picked Tyler Perry's A Madea Christmas, written, directed, produced, and starring Tyler Perry.
okay.
Okay, I hope the trailer sort of more explain how this movie is. Now, for all of you who don't know, Tyler Perry is a man who plays Madea. Madea is, in my opinion, a very unpleasant person, but I still like watching this character. She does make me laugh, and it is because, as you saw in the trailer, how she just turns everything into almost a joke, like nothing serious with her. The weird part about the movie is sort of the serious tone it takes with the town. But see, that's the Christmas part of the movie, in my opinion. That what happens is Medea's great niece, or grandniece, I guess it's called, right, isn't going to come home. So one of her nieces basically says, says, "Oh, I want to go visit her. Will you come with me?" So they are going to go to Alabama. I believe they're from Georgia, so they're traveling to Alabama.
Yeah, you're in Atlanta.
So the first shot that I loved in the movie was dealing with racism. They land in a town. They just want to say, "Oh, we got to get some maybe groceries," and then it's like she asks, "Where's the bathroom?" A guy points them one way, and she walks into a KKK meeting. And again, her reaction, everything is like, "Okay, I actually find that somebody's actually using humor to actually sort of confront racism in a certain way, like, oh yeah, Alabama, of course they're racist, they're gonna do this." But by the time she gets to the town, that sort of put it in your head that there's racism, but then you realize, oh no, it's not really there, in my opinion. You don't see it in this town, which I thought, oh, this is sort of really refreshing now. They sort of we'll get the racism in, and now we can forget about the racism. Yeah, black and white, however you want to look at it. But then when they get to the place, and I have to admit, I thought Tyler Perry was good playing Madea, but it's this Anna Maria Horsford playing Eileen, her niece, who confronts everything. She tends to be this very manipulative kind of mother, shall we say, who is almost snobbish because as she goes to visit the daughter lives on a farm. The daughter, for some reason, has not told her mother that she actually married this white person, to which the mother thinks he's the hired help and tends to treat him like hired help. So I thought, here's another level, right? Seeing the black woman sort of putting down the white guy, right?
I thought it was like the racism was going both ways there.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why it's like, oh, now this is it, because you're seeing more of her snobbishness. But it's not really racist, in my opinion. In fact, it doesn't get racist until she misconstrues that she thinks, because the guy that her daughter's married to, his parents come to visit for Christmas, and you find out, oh, it's his farm. This is his family farm. Right. And the mother thinks that, oh no, she bought it, so she owns everything in it. So it's that dynamic that goes around. It's sort of unconventional, I think, in a certain way, but I have to admit, the two people I did really enjoy was Larry the Cable Guy and Kathy Najimy playing this young man's parents. Yeah. Because they are sort of on the same level as Madea when it comes to the humor.
They work off together.
No, that's just it. But Larry the Cable Guy doesn't mind making dirty jokes, and his son gets embarrassed. Medea is the same way. When it comes to sex or money, she has no qualms. That's like two things she was always about. So I'm watching this, but in the crux of it, the daughter,
Lacey?
Yes, Lacey. She is the one who's basically going through some problems at school because they have a student that she likes who's always late and sort of falling asleep in school. And then you see why, because he's working the farm and everything with his family. The school board, they need funds to do a Christmas pageant. And so there's actually, that's the part I like, the small town kind of feel, because I even like the point where somebody was going to swear and they go, whoa, 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 like we're all Christians here. And so I thought, see, they do understand the meaning of Christmas, the fact that baby Jesus is the reason we have Christmas and things like that. And all the drama that goes towards the end is like, that's actually what I could appreciate. But I have to admit, I didn't think this was a great movie at all. But I thought, like I said, the Madea character made me laugh. Larry the Cable Guy and Kathy Najimy made me laugh. And I had to admit that the woman, Anna Maria Horsford playing Eileen, I thought was perfect. Playing this character
She always plays those characters.
yeah. And then just as it goes along, she gets smaller and smaller because of her attitude, and she's always put down. But Medea's confrontations with her, I think, are so perfect.
Yeah.
Like everything I thought she said was exactly what I would say. And what's funny is how Larry the Cable Guy sort of always backs her up. Like, yeah, you're right. Or you're a smart woman. And no one would ever call Madea a smart woman if you watch her in the movie. So that's what I thought of it. I don't think it's a great movie, but, I thought it was fun. If you like these movies, the Tyler Perry Madea movies, I think you'll like this Christmas movie. But it was, like I said, that old-fashioned, and like you said, predictable kind of how things happen with the old-fashioned Christmas, that it's going to have the happy ending. So,
Okay, George?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed the movie. I have never seen a Madea movie. I never have had an interest to see those movies. So I was like, finally, I get a chance to see what's the big deal, why the character's so popular. And I see why the character's so popular. I mean, the character, she's a straight shooter. She does it like it is. There's one perfect example is, a lot of times she says, how we all encounter situations and we think certain things. She says the things we're thinking. Like, you just blurts it out. No, you're an idiot or whatever it is. She tells you what's going on. Like there's one scene where when they walk into the girl's house, and she has a picture of her and the husband.
Exactly.
And she puts the picture down right away.
Lacey, the young girl, puts the picture up. Yeah.
And Madea walks by, picks it up again, looks at it, puts it down. So she's so aware of all the stuff.
Exactly.
So I see why the character is really popular. So now I'm going to have to kind of watch all the movies of the verse. There's a scene where she's telling the kids the baby Jesus story that had me on the floor. Just the way the Hotel 6 wouldn't let her in. She was there at the Hilton. It was just so funny. I was on the floor laughing. I wonder if there's a lot of ad-libbing, in the film.
No, I'm sure Tyler Perry,
I thought between all the comedians there, I'm sure there was a lot of ad-libbing there.
I thought one thing that she did, or Tyler Perry did, that was very clever, where he reversed, even though there's no such thing as reverse racism, it's just racism. He reversed the situation where it was the mother who was being kind of like a bigot. He's the help. Why are you letting the help do this? Because she was kind of snobby.
Yes.
It was very clever. She just reversed the situation. And then, so that was one thing that was kind of clever. I thought you had moments like kind of Blazing Saddle type moments. Like there's one scene with the kid.
Very
and
much.
there's another scene where the parents too with the playing with the
sheets.
The sheet. So it's just had those kind of moments too, like that were kind of funny. But I enjoyed the movie.
Bob?
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not going to say too much about it simply because I couldn't stand the Madea character, and so I turned it off after about a half hour until I said, I can't do this one. It's not for me. So maybe they're great. I don't know, but it's just chemistry. It was like something wrong here. Something wrong with this guy who likes to dress up like a woman all the time. But it's like nothing. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Please don't get me on that. But this particular guy, I don't know. I didn't find Madea funny. I just found her rude. And I didn't find any of the stuff in the movie funny. And, I'm hearing more interesting things from you guys. But I ain't going to go back and watch the movie.
What's a British character that had a show that dressed as a woman, too? Remember,
Dame Edna Everage.
No,
the
Mrs.
mother.
Brown.
Mrs. Brown.
Miss Brown.
You know they did a movie together.
Yeah.
Really?
Medea?
Mrs. Brown and Medea.
Who's Mrs. Brown?
It was
Mrs. Brown's Boys. It's a British series.
It's
where
a
this
series.
actor, I think Irish.
And
Irish,
also St. Trinian's. St. Trinian's was like in the
Right.
60s.
The British have a long history of
Well, there's
transvestism.
also, what's her name that I just went and saw, which was
Dame Edna, too.
Dame Edna.
Oh, Dame
Dame
Edna.
Edna Everage, yeah.
Somebody gave me tickets to see it, and I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She talked for 2 hours. She just chatted.
Right.
I was on the floor She was so great. Yes.
I always forget she's not a woman.
Yeah. So
That's a good drag queen.
She was in. She played Greed in Bedazzled. I mean,
Oh, in the
that's
original.
right,
Barry
that's
Humphries.
right,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay,
Brendan
Sue?
Fraser.
Okay, so I thought the movie it kind of complicated. That the story was kind of complicated. I think she could have eased. I mean, he could have eased it out, made it a little simpler. But okay, I had never seen Madea at all. Right?
I'm
so
shocked.
no. So I was quite looking forward to it. I was like, I've seen things on the character, spots,
Right.
and I kind of like it. I kind of like her,
Right.
So it's pretty classic comedy, but it has a whole other serious part going on. And it says, when I say classic comedy, I mean like, which I find really annoying is like miscommunication. It's just tell her none of this story doesn't happen. You know
That's
what I mean?
that drove me nuts. The daughter drove me nuts.
Yes, I
Yes.
agree.
I just wanted to slap the crap
Well, that's
out
the
of
tension it creates in the film.
she also is like that because you're right. There's no such thing as reverse racism, but she had, it would be problematic to her mother that she married a white guy. That would be problematic to her mother. And she knew that. So she was nervous of telling her that. She wasn't planning on telling her at that time, right now. So, there's like a couple of subplots going on there. And you know what I love? I love seeing, now, I don't know the actress's name, it escapes me, but remember Claire? What's her name, Claire? From the, the kids show?
The Facts of Life.
The Facts of Life.
She was a teacher.
I
one of
kept
the
going.
teachers.
I know.
She was a teacher.
She was
I didn't know
she was the
that.
principal.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Lady. I was like, I know her. How do I know her?
Funny.
And I told her how she knew.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was.
you recognized her then?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she looks the same.
Yeah,
basically.
she looks identically the same. That's why I could tell who she was. I mean, that I knew her because I watched her with Jenny, right, when she was little.
All I kept saying was, "Hey, Hocus Pocus is here."
So there's some complex stuff going on there. But that's what I think. She takes on really hard. I say she, Madea,
Right.
Tyler Perry takes on some really hard.
Social
Issues.
situations.
Yes, with
Topics,
interracial marriage, but he reversed it, right? And it's kind of racism, but also school and he just took on a lot of
point about that
stuff
too, about
and
school.
made it funny and entertaining. And I thought she did a good job considering that the issues were pretty and could have been a whole drama. Actually, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, well that whole thing about corporate sponsorship and that,
Yes,
that's
yes,
actually very true. What you
yes,
see today,
yeah.
And as we mentioned, let's take the Jesus out of Christmas.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's like wow,
So Tyler Perry is so believable as this character Madea. I keep calling her she, right? I mean, because
no, she's a truly great character. That is a great character in my opinion.
I really laughed my ass off. I was like, I thought she was so funny and a straight shooter. And I did not find her a not nice character. I found her a very direct character. And so she basically, this is how I see it. And this is how I see it. And most people try and qualify or something, but
right.
she just says it.
Well, yeah, most people try to be diplomatic about what she says. Because
yeah.
I was gonna say no, she's obnoxious. I mean, when those people they're saying, "Oh,
You
you're
think she's
just rude,"
obnoxious? I never think
Well,
she's
she was
obnoxious.
she was as a store lady,
right? Exactly.
right? She was
Where
as
you're
a store
supposed
lady.
to be
but
helping
when
a
she
customer.
was in her family situation, I didn't think she was at all. I thought she was the voice of reason
Well,
all
that's
the
the thing.
time.
Like I said, I think she's obnoxious, but you're right that she's.
Well, you know what
telling
it
the
is
truth.
too, because like I said, we think it. She says what we're thinking, but whenever if we say what we're thinking,
Right.
we're obnoxious.
Yeah, we get in trouble.
So I found it schmaltzy, but I was moved by the schmaltziness. You know what I mean? I liked it. She makes it work. Madea makes it work. It's kind of like the show that I did. Her presence is so strong that she makes everything work by her strength of character. You know what I mean? All these little pieces kind of are carried by her. So
What show they did?
Yeah. A great character, kind of now, like this, reminded me a lot of Lucy, where, and what I mean by that was this character this female character carries the whole. She's a little bit bad. I mean, Lucy's a little bit bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, but she's not bad. She's just Lucy, and she's just Madea. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I thought that she gets to that level of
Wow, that's a great comment.
comedic lead. I thought I would have put her up there with her, and the fact that I keep calling her is why I think that she was so good, because I actually have no interest in Tyler Perry, although he's a good writer and he's a good producer
And director and producer.
yeah, exactly. He's very talented.
Yeah.
But she is charismatic, which I don't think Tyler Perry is.
Well,
Yeah,
he does. Well, you haven't seen all the other movies
No,
where
what
he
I mean-
plays like 6 different parts.
Yes,
Yes, exactly.
but there's my point. Tyler Perry as a character, when he does characters,
Yeah.
he's great and he's charismatic and he's exciting and he's bold. But Tyler Perry, when I just see him talk, Tyler Perry,
Yeah.
he's quite boring.
Okay. I'm good.
Should have hung out with Peter Sellers.
Yeah, I think that
That
might be
should tell
true
you
too.
something.
That's very true of many comedians.
Most comedians are very kind of quiet.
Robin Williams too.
I watch all the Tyler Perry movies.
Do you
because-
really?
Yeah, I do. I
Oh,
like-
wow. Okay.
But this is not the funniest. And
Right
this
up
is,
her alley.
yeah, because I love good humor. Right. But this one is not the funniest one, and this is probably the one that's. And this one is like more involved. The funniest one, and I would suggest you watch it, or I'll pick it next Halloween, is Madea Halloween, because
Okay, I see
it's
that
very simple. It's very simple, and all the other ones, like what's it called when you have witness protection?
Oh,
Yeah,
one.
it's-
That one I
Protection.
see.
Yeah. yeah, where he plays 7 or 6 different characters, and you believe every one of them. You know what I mean? Plus Madea, and Madea to me is not. What did you call her?
Obnoxious.
so it's like
Obnoxious at all,
so it's like Eddie Murphy with like a
think I'm the
really
one
Right,
supposed
versatile
to-
exactly.
character.
Yeah.
Very much like that.
but
yeah.
better because he doesn't look like Tyler Perry. Doesn't look like Tyler Perry with each one.
But how does he disguise his size? He's big.
No, it's all the same size. They're all big people. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're,
Yeah.
they're
They're
all
the same
relatives.
family.
No, we're all
yeah.
family.
So like like it's Madea and her brother.
Brother, right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the brother's funny.
I have to see it before I can argue that.
And also,
one.
too,
Exactly,
the
yeah.
Halloween one is funny because of her 2 friends who are,
right.
you know, she's got the card for marijuana, and they always call the police the popo, right? It's okay, I got the popo, I got my card, and she's like this big, she's hysterical. So it's much lighter. All the ones are lighter. This one isn't lighter.
Yes,
the
that's
daughter irritated the crap out of
my
me. I just
God.
wanted to slap the shit out of her and say, your daughter's married to a white woman. Get over it, right? A white man, I mean. Get over it, right? Or whoever, right?
God, I think she couldn't. If she was having trouble with this,
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
But Madea,
Well, that
just,
would be my dad went woke.
yeah. So it wasn't funny because it was too kind of deep in a way for
Well, like I
Madea.
said, it did, like she said, the schmaltz. They did the Christmas schmaltz. So
Right.
it did become
Yeah.
more dramatic.
Yeah, and that's not Medea's thing.
Yeah.
And Madea is giving up being Madea, which I feel bad about.
no.
Yeah, that was
Why?
not this one, but whatever her last movie was.
Compassion.
No,
Why? Did she say why?
she just say it's time to.
But we're talking about Tyler Perry as though she's a real person.
Yes, I know. And I call her she out of respect for all the work and the hair and the everything that she does, just like all the drag queens I know. I call them she because you don't go to all that work.
He probably wants to expand from the character. Like I know he did a spy movie where he plays a spy character, like a James Bond.
He played a, yeah.
But you get a certain characters that they just you are
become
that
that.
character for life. Like
He played
Urkel.
Alex Cross.
Yeah,
That's
Alex
yes.
Cross, he
So
was
it's
mean.
like Urkel.
Yeah.
That actor, Jaleel White's always going to be Urkel. That's what he does. So certain characters, you are the character for life.
Well, I think with Medea
Sheldon.
it'll be different because
Because he doesn't look.
he
Tyler
doesn't look
Perry
like
doesn't look like Madea.
Medea. Right.
Except in size.
Yeah, baby.
It always
Wait a
talks
minute, wait a
Well,
minute.
she's big
hold
for
on,
a
hold
woman,
on, hold on.
but
Madea is a Tyler Perry creation. What do you mean Tyler Perry doesn't look like Madea?
because
the makeup.
Madea is a feminine character, but Tyler Perry is obviously a masculine guy. He doesn't. They don't feel the same at all.
And Tyler Perry in all the other ones plays like isn't he the nephew? He's always the nephew. He's Tyler
Yes,
Perry.
right, yeah.
Right?
Aunt Medea. That
Yeah.
was Aunt Medea.
Aunt Medea, right.
Okay.
Me, I enjoyed it actually. I was laughing. Now I can see why Tyler Perry is a cajillionaire because of his character. So I'll give it an 8.
Oh, wow.
I just passed because I didn't see the whole movie.
Okay, I give it an 8.
I give it an 8.
Oh, wow. I gave it a 5.
God, will you ever get up to 7 or 8? If
haven't
you
seen
do,
it.
I'm going to faint.
That's why he's not doing it.
Not with these Christmas movies.
He's not a score slut. He doesn't throw around his points.
He's just looking out for your health, buddy.
So we'll be back.
We'll be back.